Good afternoon, everyone. So, it is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in New Jersey. I have no idea what time it is. I'm sure lots of you don't. It feels like 5 in the afternoon. It's like, I don't even think it's 3 o'clock yet. Um, yeah. All right. Like, raise your hand if you don't know what time it is, because daylight savings time makes no sense. And, they don't have it in Arizona. And when I lived in Puerto Rico, they don't have it in Puerto Rico. Just saying. And we all survived somehow. And we survived a hurricane and not having daylight savings time. And I'm here to talk about it, right? So, quick update. As you can see behind me, this shirt is coming along. I'm going to show you some issues that I had, talk a little bit about it. But very first great news that I have is I got my COVID vaccine yesterday. Yes, some Mensa member in the Department of Health in New Jersey and the governor's office thought to themselves, you know what? We should probably put school teachers, school employees, bus drivers into a tier where they can get the shot since they're working with children. For those of you who don't know, New Jersey only closed from last March, the 16th actually, so we're coming up on the anniversary, till the end of June. And then they reopened in September. So we've been open since September during all of this with no, we have PPE, we have masks. I bought my own masks. I made some of my masks. They give us stuff on the bus and everything, but still, right? You would like why someone just figured out that maybe we should be in line for the vaccine up there with like nurses and hospital employees? Not sure who. And the worst part is, that they had to have a meeting to plan the meeting to talk about that because, basically government is like the worst version of corporate. Like I very often wonder why when we pay these people so much, we get such like not the best of the best, really not the cream of the crop with politicians. But basically, like if you can't do anything else, you become a politician. It's right. Those who can't do go into politics. All right, so let's get off the politics. Let's talk about the shirt. Hold on 1 minute. Let me grab this. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this fabric because when I started this project, I was like, the only thing I don't like about making muslins is I feel like they're wasteful, which is why I use things like sheets. And remember, I showed you guys this sheet. Remember what this looked like? It was a bed sheet. Let me see if I can get a close up of the pattern. I don't know if you can see the pattern, but now, and I referred to it as like beige on white, but the more I've worked with it, the more I realized that this is actually one of the stripes is a very solid weave, and then the second stripe is not a solid weave at all. It's a very open weave. So this is actually, the shirt's actually all one color, but it gives the illusion of being, two colors with the stripes because of that weave. And I originally thought, well, it's great I'm practicing on this, but I'm never going to wear this shirt. But I got to tell you, I'm growing to like it a lot. So let's talk about the things I already screwed up. First of all, I forgot about collars. Started working on that collar band and that setting in that collar. And this one is one of the ones where you sew the collar into the band and then flip everything, which is not the way I learned, but I can't remember how I learned to do it. I think that I learned to do it where you sew the collar in and then you sew it into the collar band and then flip it up and then put in the facing. This was different the way they did it. But as you can see, I'm pretty proud of this notch collar, by the way. It's not too bad. I mean, you can see there was a little bit of a mistake here. And this is actually from cutting a little bit too close to the thread. This side, it's even worse. I did try and iron it out. Now, the other thing that happened is, can you guys see the collar band here? How the interior, see that there? How that's folded over? That is not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be laying flat. And somehow I did it on both sides. So I'm not sure where that mismeasurement was. But, now I know for next time I make this. In fact, I know I said I was going to do a skirt next, but I'm thinking before I even make this shirt again, and you notice the sleeves aren't on. A thing about, I ran out of fabric. I won't be able to do that cuff for the sleeve. That's actually 4 individual pieces sewn together because it comes down on the arm and then folds up I thought it was just like, you know, like decorative. I didn't think it actually folded up and down, but it does. And I ran out of fabric. So this is going to be just a regular set-in sleeve. But I mean, it is actually, look at it. Look how pretty it is. All the seaming. It's got bust darts, contour darts on the front, 3 of them. And then it's got 2 very long back darts that are going to give you like a lot of shape to this, which is nice actually. Like I said, it's going to have regular set-in sleeves. Now, what I've been thinking though is about making this a sleeveless, collarless shirt. And I'm going to do it with this fabric, which I picked up at Goodwill. I showed it to you guys a while back. It's a ditzy print. It's very thin, and someone seamed it. So I don't know if it was a project or what. So I'm going to pick it, iron it out, and I think I'm going to do this as a sleeveless, collarless shirt. And when you're doing a collarless shirt, again, you may not want to take sewing advice from me, but I'll tell you how you do it. You only put in this piece here, the band, and that's it. You sew the band, flip it, and then you attach it and flip it to your shirt, and then you just don't do this collar. So that's what I'm going to do, because I really do like this fabric. And you know, I don't do cottagecore, but this was different. It's very, very vintagey looking, and I kind of liked it. And it's very lightweight, and I thought this would actually be super cute as like just a little shirt to throw on in the summer when it's like super hot. You know, something cotton that you can wear, you can sweat in, you can throw it in the washing machine, and it's fine. Throw it in the dryer, throw it on the line, whatever. Same with this. I think I am going to end up keeping this muslin in spite of the fact that there are some mistakes with it. But I'm also glad I made the mistakes on this, because I've been looking at some of the fabrics that I'm interested in, and I really do like the Cotton Peak. But Cotton Peak's expensive. You know, it's like the cheapest I found was $9 a yard, and that's Joann's. So yeah, I don't want to. And you figure I need 3.5 yards for this, so I don't want to blow. What would that be? 20, like $21, $22. I don't want to blow $22 on fabric, you know, and make a bunch of mistakes. So I'm glad I did this in general. And it is actually, when you look at it, it's kind of pretty. And even though it is very beige, it's really not beige. The more I look at it, the more I realized it's more like a crew would be the right, you know, name for this color. Let me see if I can you see it in a close-up? I'm trying to find a part. All right, can you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's better. That's easier to see. So that's where I am with the progress of this. I'm going to finish it off this week. I wanted to get more done, but the weekend got away from me, as it very often does. I have a lot of time coming up soon, because we're going to have our, well, they don't call it Easter vacation anymore. They call it their spring break. And I'm going to have a whole week off, so I'm going to do a lot of sewing then. But yeah, so that's it for now. I think I'm going to continue to sew shirts, because the way you learn to sew is a lot like the way you learn to cook. When I was learning to cook, it felt like 100 years of carrots, but it was just one day where I was just chopping carrots in this one specific chop called a matchstick, until I got it like really good. And I never got, say hi, Luck. Okay, I'm sorry. You need attention right now. He didn't need attention for the last like 3 hours that I wasn't filming. Anyway, I think I want to keep working on shirts, because I feel like the more shirts I make, the better I'll get at making shirts. And that's the way you learn things. I mean, I'm sure seamstresses probably put in 100 zippers before they really do their first project where they put in a zipper. They probably put in zippers, take them out, put in zippers, take them out, because that's the way you learn things, is repetition. So I'm going to do a couple more shirts. Like I said, I think I'm going to do this ditzy fabric, this one here, as a sleeveless, collarless. And I am going to get some Cotton Peak, and I'm going to try this one again. And I'm going to hold on to this muslin, and yeah, we'll see where that takes me. But as usual, if you like this video, even if you don't like this video, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And wherever you are, I hope it's warm and sunny, and enjoy your day, because spring is coming.